Hello and welcome to another video from the only channel you need to not only survive the current apocalypse but actually enjoy it. And today we're just going to talk about extending the harvest again. I did a video a while back where I talked about having all different varieties of fruit, not just different kinds of fruit like citrus and apples and figs, but different varieties within the groups. And here we are. This is the end of our fig harvest. Just got a few little hangers on there. And these figs are really kind of low quality. They still taste good, but your last little harvest is not that great. But these are all brown turkey figs. And if you look over here, we've got a South Carolina lemon fig that's making its second harvest. And I want you to see this. This is bizarre. I have never seen that many figs on a fig tree before. Apparently I've got this planted where it likes to be. And look, we've already got two right there that are ready to pick. The rest of them will be picked pretty much, once I pick those two, the rest will start getting ripe at about 1 or 2 a day. And we'll be picking figs probably to the middle of December. Now we're going to go take a look at persimmons, because we're nearing the end of our persimmon crop too. Oh, before we get there, look at this. Now these are sweet potatoes, and I planted a purple sweet potato and a white sweet potato over here. And those can stay in the ground without without any refrigeration or anything all the way up until next spring. I could harvest them right now, or I can wait till next spring and harvest them, or any time in between. And on top of that, if I don't harvest them, they'll just make more sweet potatoes. And the good thing is you can eat these leaves just like any other green. Just cook them and eat them. There's a few oranges. See on my little bitty teeny tiny orange tree, there may be a dozen oranges on there. But these are the white sweet potatoes. And I promise you there's a whole bunch under the ground right here. And I did not buy my sweet potatoes from a seed dealer or a shoot dealer. I just went to the Chinese grocery store and I bought sweet potatoes right off the shelf. They usually have orange ones, red ones, white ones, and purple ones. And for zones, well, whatever zone, I'm in zone 9A. And when I was in zone 8, we still could plant sweet potatoes. Alright, we're going to come over here and look at my other orange tree. And it's got about a dozen or so oranges on it as well. Aren't those beautiful? And see, I've already started picking citrus. Look, here's one ready to eat right here. Or rotten. What happened to it? Ugh. Shoot, that thing's over with. But anyway, we're already eating citrus out in the woods. And if you notice, these are green. I've actually got some kumquats that just blossomed and are just putting on, the kumquats are like the size of BBs. So I'll be eating this fruit in probably the beginning of December, and those kumquats will be eating throughout January. And let's see, oh yeah, let's go, we'll look at a lemon tree. One more thing before we go to our persimmon trees. And I think this is like the 1st of November, end of this. We're in the end of October right now. See these lemons? There's probably 40 or 50 lemons on this tree. Little teeny tiny tree. Now this is not what you want for survival. You want about a 15-year-old tree that puts out 1,000 lemons. But I'm happy with this. It's more than I can eat. Look here. Look down on that branch. They're already getting yellow. There's some on the ground over there. This is going to be a real producer. We put a lot of wood chips here back when we first cleared the property. So this is some pretty fertile soil. I've never done, well, I probably put a little bit of chicken manure that's been composted and soaked in water into a tea on that, but for the most part the soil feeds that. And over here are these, now this is a lot of work to get these things out, but I'll let you see what this looks like. This could get me through a day. Me and my wife could eat that for a day. That's just like what they call swamp cabbage. This is saw palmettos, and you can just shuck that thing, cut the skin off of it, and cook it. And there's at least 100 of them here. So that's 100 days worth of food. I haven't ever eaten one because every one of them will make 3 more new ones next year, and that's my deal. I want to make as many as possible. Now we just stripped this tree. I got a cousin that don't like the soft persimmons, and this tree makes the crunchy persimmons. So we stripped it off. We got about maybe a dozen persimmons off this tree. And this is my big tree, and it's getting near the end of its harvest. Now, chickens actually climb this tree and eat persimmons. Probably the only reason I really still have persimmons is because this is a nut crop year. You know, oak trees don't produce acorns every year. Some people say they do. Some people say they actually make acorns every other year. However, in my experience, you can go 4 years without acorns and then get acorns 2 years in a row. And I may be wrong, but it seems like that's the way it works. But see, we still got some persimmons left on here. These are Japanese persimmons. They're the soft ones. My cousin and my aunt don't like soft ones, so I've been stripping these trees right here to bring them persimmons. But that's just a little bit of an update on how you can extend your harvest. Lots of variety of types of fruit, and then lots of variety within the types. We give another look at this fig tree because this is absolutely mind-blowing. Daddy's fig tree never had this many on it. And this was, I made this out of a cutting from one of Daddy's fig trees. But can you see all the figs on that? This is just incredible. Oh well, look at that. Beautiful. Love ya. If you don't want to survive, don't listen to me.